Hey guys, Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is New Comic Book Day for the week of October 20th, and we're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by Paul and Tim Do a Thing. We do a thing.
Yay!
It's actually a pretty popular thing. But give us a follow. You'll see a little card up there to follow along.
Hey guys, it's Tim from Capes and Scowls, Paul and Tim Do a Thing, the comic book store, and something I'm forgetting. What am I forgetting? Oh, Team Ashen, I help out there. I'm a tiny, tiny little part of Team Ashen. Right, Paul?
I'm much bigger than Paul and Tim Do a Thing.
Hey! Let's talk about some trades. I've got Time Before Time. I did not read a lot of this, but it's Declan Shalvey, and I love Declan Shalvey. Very cool dude. We got Luther Strode, the complete series, all 3 trades in one massive volume. Sorry, Donald, not this time. We've got Strange Academy, Volume 2, Brightside. Be really great, Diamond, if Volume 1 would come back in. It's been forever. Far Sector. This book's really cool. I'm going to probably scoop this up. Far Sector's a very cool Green Lantern adjacent book. We have Batman, Last Night on Earth. This has been out in hardcover. Now it is finally here in trade format. Very weird dystopian Batman story. Dollhouse Family. This is part of the original Joe Hill Hill House comics. Did we read Dollhouse? I don't remember Dollhouse too well. Probably, that's not a good sign. Deadly Class still going strong. This is volume 10. Pretty cool. I've read a little bit of Deadly Class. Very, very interesting book. It's very Remender, for sure. Destroy All Monsters. This is a Reckless hardcover. This is the 3rd one, I believe. It's Brubaker and Phillips doing shooty things, so we should all enjoy that. And finally, The Essential Guide to Comic Book Lettering. Ever tried a letter? It's super annoying and hard. Read this book. It'll be probably still very annoying and hard, but hey, it's a good book.
First up, we have Batman Catwoman 8. This is just more of the same. The art is interesting because I like that you have 3 artists on here. So you're basically, even though the story can be kind of jarring, the art kind of tells you where you should be looking, what time frame you're going to be looking, since this does skip around through 3 different timelines of the same story. It's just really good writing. It is definitely intriguing, but of course, this is issue 8 of 12. So I mean, don't grab this one if you haven't been reading the other ones, because otherwise you'll have no idea what's going on. But definitely want to grab, if you have the ability to get the other ones, definitely go for it.
All right, first up for me, we got Gunslinger Spawn. I just keep reading all these Spawns as they come out. And the King Spawn I was enjoying a bunch. This one, it is the 1860 whatever Spawn. He is in present day for some reason. I think they briefly touched on it in the Spawn Universe title, which had a bunch of small backup stories. Interesting enough story. I'm not super in love with the Gunslinger character. He's a little strange. It's basically just him interacting with a teen that is unlucky enough to come across him. He makes a bunch of jokes on why the motorcycle is not as cool as his horse. It's okay. It's gonna go somewhere pretty violent very soon. So the setup for the next issue, I think, is just going to be a lot of blood and carnage. So if you're in this for some blood and carnage, I think you'll get it. So it was okay. It's just, I guess I'm just not as big of a Spawn fan as I keep trying to be. I keep trying to love Spawn, and it's not hitting as good. King Spawn by far is my favorite.
Next up, we have Not All Robots, issue number 3. Oh, this just keeps getting better and just getting more complicated and weird. You have the issues that have been happening for the first couple of installments where we are not the dominant group of people. Robots are, and as a result, our feelings and everything are not taken well. Again, this is a very political book. If you are reading between the lines, you understand what is going on here. Depending on your political leanings, this book is going to irritate the hell out of you, or you're going to love this book. It is a fantastic book, and the new wrinkle of adding different androids into the mix not only fixes the problem, but it also causes a much larger philosophical and ethical problem that will be coming up. And I'm very interested to see where the next 2 issues go.
Next up, we got Nubia, number 1. Nubia and the Amazons. This is a mini. I don't remember how many issues this is going to go, but this is Stephanie Williams writing Wonder Woman characters, which is just perfect. She does such a great job. And basically, if you know nothing about Nubia, it all gets explained here. Basically, she appeared one day out of the well in Themyscira, and after she appeared, the well kind of shut itself, and nobody's been coming through this magic well and getting new Amazons, essentially, to be created through the well. This story is a lot of setup, I won't lie to you. They're setting up a bunch of weird things that are going to happen, a bunch of treachery, a bunch of issues, I think, with the well, and just Nubia struggling to figure out how to rule the Amazons in a fair and just way. She's struggling with a lot of things, but she's doing a pretty good job. Suddenly, the well shoots open, and a bunch of new Amazons come out, and they start their training. That is essentially the setup for the story. Are these people good? Are they bad? We don't know. But it looks like some creepy, mysterious things are afoot. So, I enjoyed this. I thought it was pretty cool. It's a different kind of Wonder Woman story, because she's not Wonder Woman, but she's Wonder Woman adjacent, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. So, check it out.
And my pick of the week is Nita Hawes' Nightmare Blog, issue number 1. Nita Hawes is a person that has just been dealing with tragedy her entire life and now realizes, hey, there are demons in Baltimore. And she kind of deals with people who may or may not be there. Her solution is to create a nightmare blog. Basically, she is going to be that person that reaches out and tries to comfort people or fix problems that are caused by these supernatural dealings. And the first issue is bloody and violent because you're dealing with demons who hate human beings and are just having a lot of fun killing them in the most brutal ways possible. And you're also dealing with the police officers on the ground trying to deal with it in the only way that they're capable of, being police officers. This has been a really interesting title. I'm very excited to see where the rest of it goes. I want to see more. This is definitely good.
All right, Paul, it's time for my pick of the week. Paul, do you know what it is, Paul?
No, I don't.
It's this Catwoman book.
Oh, okay.
I picked the Catwoman book.
I wasn't sure if you had time with it.
I did it. I read it all. This is Catwoman, Lonely City. It's by Cliff Chang, who does everything on this book except the variant cover, so that's pretty impressive. This book is pretty cool. This is part of their Black Label, clearly a magazine-sized book. What you have is Selina just got out of jail. She is older. She's like 50s, mid-50s. And Gotham is a very different place. Batman is dead. And that created a very different world. Harvey Dent is actually mayor. And you find out that Bruce's fortune, when he passed and it was revealed he was Batman, he donated all his money to Gotham City, which was used to create a better Gotham City. And it kind of begs the question, had he just been focusing on these charitable kind of nice things, put it more into the police force instead of punching people, would Gotham have been a better place quicker? You could also have the other side of that where you argue, is it better because the cops are more like goons and thugs now? They all have bat helmets to kind of
Memorialize.
There it is. Thanks, Paul. You can leave that in. I don't care. And I screw up. And yeah, that word. And it's a pretty cool story. I really like it. Selina is having a hard time adjusting to inflation and just how Gotham is all this time. And she has one kind of parting word that she had with Batman, and she's trying to figure out what he meant. And she's going to start going on an adventure, essentially. You do get to see a bunch of the Rogues Gallery a little older, which is fun. Just a super solid story. I thought it'd be fine. I actually really enjoyed it a bunch, so I'll probably be reading more of this. Check it out. I love Catwoman, and I love it when you get a pretty cool, interesting story with her. So, you know, old woman Catwoman is really great, is what I'm saying. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Remember, we've got all our other things going on. You can check us out there. Paul, you feeling good?
I'm all right.
Feeling better after last week?
Yes. Yeah, definitely
Very.
improvement from last week.
Very good. That's good to hear. Yeah, things are great. I got no complaints. Paul's got no complaints. We've got complaints. We're going to log them, though. We're not going to just hit you with them at the end of the video. Be like, oh, it was such a downer at the end. They were like, these books are cool. I like things. And then they were like, here's all my grievances. We're not going to do that. So, everybody, have a good day. Try to do something nice for somebody today. Stop being all sourpuss, you know? Do something nice. Anyways, that's it. Bye. See you next week.